Mighty Mustangs, week 32. Please stand for the pledges. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Juro lealtad a la bandera de los Estados Unidos de América y de la república que representa una nación bajo Dios, indivisible, con libertad y justicia para todos. And now the Texas pledge. Honor the Texas flag. I pledge allegiance to thee. Texas, one state under God, one and indivisible. Honra a la bandera de Texas. Te prometo lealtad a ti, Texas, un estado bajo Dios, uno y indivisible. Mighty Mustangs, our SEL strategy and skill that we're focusing on for week 32 is to be kind. So, your counselors have created a cool lesson for Be Kind in our Learning at Home hub page. That's the blue one that your teachers share with you. And you can click on Counselor's Corner to see the Be Kind lessons for this week. But for right now, in our morning meeting, I would like us to do some mindfulness focus on being kind. How does it feel when others are kind to you? How does it feel when you're kind to others? And what are those actions like? So we're going to do 3 Om breaths. For the first one, I would like you to really focus on how it feels when someone is kind to you. 1, 2, 3. For our second Om breath, what are the actions that you think of when you think of kind? The actions. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. And for our last Om breath, and I'd like us to hold the silence after this one for as long as we can, I would like you guys to think, how does it feel when you are kind to others? Here we go. 1, 2, 3. This week, we're focused on being kind. For our 3 poses this week, we have 1 that's about relaxation and 2 that help you concentrate. This first one is to help you relax, and it's called Wide Waterfall Bend. Stand with your feet parallel. Extend your arms to a T position. Step your feet out so your heels are below your wrists. Tall back, fold forward at your hips. Try not to be distracted by Mr. Mac's bald spot. Lower your hands to the floor and breathe. This second pose helps with concentration. It's called Dancer Pose. Begin by standing with your big toes together, feet parallel. Shift your weight onto your right leg, and then bend your left knee. Raise your left leg behind you and catch it in your left hand. Press your left foot into your hand. Keep your hips facing forward. Extend your right arm in front of you. Breathe. Let's try it on the other side. Stand with your feet parallel. Shift your weight onto your left leg and bend your right knee. Hold it behind you. Extend your left arm forward and breathe. Our third pose for this week is pretty difficult, y'all. And it's hard for Mr. Mac to do it, but he's going to try anyway. It's called Eagle Pose. Begin in chair pose. Bring your arms up so your forearms are perpendicular to the ground, palms facing your nose. Wrap your left arm over your right. Press your forearms together. Shift all your weight to your right side. Cross your left leg over your right knee and try to wrap your toes around to touch the side of your calf. Let's try it on the other side. Begin in chair pose. Wrap your right arm over your left. Shift all your weight to your left side and cross your right leg. Breathe. It's a tough one. St. Elmo community, I want to give a big shout out to the kiddos who completed the Principal Tic-Tac-Toe Challenge last week. First week we ever did it. For grades 3 through 5, 4th grader Aaron Reyes from Miss Nichols' class. He drew a picture representing growth mindset. He designed his dream home, and he made a nature bracelet after watching Mr. Mac's sister's YouTube video. I know some of you watch that. She makes one every day, so I'll keep including those. Good job, Aaron. Way to go. 5th grader Xavier Marinero from Ms. Gomez's class. Oh yeah, he designed his dream house in the woods, and he made my sister's nature bracelet as well, and he drew a representation of what compassion means to him. Good job, Xavier. In grades pre-K through 2, Iliani Loredo Torres, a 2nd grader in Miss Polyakov's class, was actually the first person to complete the challenge at the end of the day, Monday, y'all. She got on it, and it was great. She did a number exercise, she created a math bar graph, and did last week's yoga poses perfectly. Better than Mr. Mac, I think, for sure. Good job, Iliani. Also a 2nd grader, Elijah Robles from Mr. Pizarro's class. He did a number exercise. He figured out that the butterfly in the center square was an eastern tiger swallowtail. Mr. Mac took that picture in his backyard, by the way, y'all. And he unscrambled 5 sentences for language arts. Way to go, Elijah. And last but not least, our kindergartner, Desmond Hoyas. We know him as Des here in Miss Garcia's class. He made 2 cool nature bracelets, correctly identified the eastern tiger swallowtail butterfly, and he designed a very impressive dream home with Legos. Also, it was his birthday last week. Good job, Des, and congratulations to all the kiddos who completed the Principal Tic-Tac-Toe Challenge. Who will complete it this week? For the 32nd week of school, 3, 2, 1. For week 32 of the school year, Mustang community, and week 5 of learning at home, I want us focused on 3 things. The first, being kind to your family, to your teachers, and to yourself. We talked about that in the beginning, and there's a counselor's lesson on being kind, and that's our SEL focus for this week, being kind. The next 2 points of focus both start with the letter P. Participate and proud. Para la semana 32 del año escolar y la 5ª semana de aprendizaje en casa, quiero que nos centremos en 3 cosas. Ser amable con su familia, ser amable con sus maestros y ser amable con usted mismo. Los siguientes 2 puntos de enfoque en inglés comienzan con la letra P. Participar y orgulloso, o en inglés, proud. Participate. We have made 2-way communication with 98% of our families, Mighty Mustangs. So that is a really high number, and we are so happy about that. Many of you are checking your teacher's sites on Blend, on Seesaw, Dojo, and others, and you are participating. You're responding to questions. You're sending pictures of your work. Good job. Some of us are logging in, and we're checking what we're supposed to do, but maybe not responding to the teacher with the work or showing what you've accomplished. Starting this week and for the rest of this school year, in order for St. Elmo to consider you as someone who is truly participating, You must respond to the actual assignments that your teachers are giving out to you. So, we had a pretty good participation rate last week, but I want this week to be even better. Participate, y'all. We really want to see what you're accomplishing. Participar. Hemos hecho comunicación con 98% de nuestras familias. Qué bueno. Muchos de ustedes están revisando los sitios de sus maestros en Blend, CISA, Dojo y otras. Y están participando. Gracias. Sí están respondiendo preguntas y enviando fotos de su trabajo. Buen trabajo. Algunos de ustedes inician sesión, verifican lo que se supone que deben hacer, pero tal vez no responden a su maestro para mostrarles lo que han logrado. A partir de esta semana y durante el resto del año, para que Senamo lo considere como alguien que participa, debe responder a las tareas que sus maestros y maestras le están entregando. Entonces, tuvimos una tasa de participación bastante buena la semana pasada, pero quiero que esta semana es mejor. Participa todos. Y cuando participes, te prometo que estarás orgulloso. Sé orgulloso de quién eres. Siéntete orgulloso de cómo tú y tu familia están pasando ese momento difícil. Siéntete orgulloso de haber completado 2 tareas de matemáticas, leer durante 30 minutos y completar el desafío del director. Siéntete orgulloso de ser un Mighty Mustang, porque estamos muy orgullosos de ti. And when you participate, I promise you will be proud. Be proud of who you are. Be proud of how you and your family are getting through this challenging time. Be proud that you completed 2 math assignments, read for 30 minutes, and did the Principles Challenge. Be proud to be a Mighty Mustang, because we are so proud of you. Let's say the student pledge. 1, 2, 3. My life is what I make of it, and everything, absolutely everything, is within my reach. I promise to dream big and to work hard. Because I'm fired up. Because I'm fired up. Because I'm fired up. For the school song this week, y'all, I wanted to travel back in time, so we could experience the roots of where the melody for our school song comes from. Luckily, Mr. Mac's brother is a genius, and he built a time machine. However, in addition to being a genius, he's kind of a wild man. So, he traveled back in time to the saloon where the song Deep in the Heart of Texas was first played. He got the original piano player that played it fired for some reason. I don't know. And he played it first himself. I guess now he's famous? Here's that performance. There are no lyrics, but it gives you a feel for the old tradition that our school song is based on. Hope y'all like it.